Now my goal is to get into the part of my career that I've been kind of guiding towards, which is the real-time crime center era. It's a whole new way of policing. And
Okay, so what is that?
Okay, so real-time crime is cops are out in the field, right? And they get dispatched to someplace. And then inevitably, while they're there, they have to do some sort of investigative work, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let's say I'm out on a burglary of a motor vehicle. We'll say that. And I hear the officer get there. Hey, dispatch, King 720, I'm on scene. Cool, it gets annotated by the dispatcher. All right, King 720, send me another unit. Okay, cool, send another unit out there. All right, I'm looking at the scene. Oh, there's an ID that looks like it's been dropped on the ground on a cell phone. That happens sometimes with burglars. It's funny. So I see a registered sex offender ID on the ground. So grab that. Now what do I have to do? I got to go back to the car and I got to look this up. Well, I'm not processing the scene at all.
Mm-hmm.
I got to go see if there's other cars. Well, what real time started to be was a guy sitting behind a computer and a radio, and the officer would request, hey, can you look this guy up for me? Here's the name, date of birth, while I continue to process. So he's looking that stuff up in real time.
Mm.
Oh, yeah. So now real time's like, yep, okay, your guy actually lives 3 houses down from where you're at right now. His vehicle is this. Oh, well, that's not the vehicle I'm looking in. Cool. Well, okay. Let me look on Clear and see what because he's a registered sex offender. Let me see what his phone number is. Boom. All right. Can you call that number? Boom. Calls it. Phone lights up. Oh, this is his phone. And that's his ID. Well, guess what? Now we got a suspect on the car. Let me go knock on this house. Hey, did you know your car was burglarized? No. Can you come out? Like, do you know this guy? And you're like, oh, he lives down the road. Okay. We got a little bit. Now real time just helped solve that crime while you were able to do what you were doing. So the main purpose of a real-time crime center is to support the officers in the field,
right?
Or investigators, if you got investigators that are out there. Well, that has morphed over the years, and I've been there throughout this process. I'm actually a board member for the National Real-Time Crime Center Association. Now it's morphed into LPR cameras. So you got LPR cameras, license plate reader cameras around the cities that a stolen vehicle goes by them, it reads the plate, and that alarm goes off. Well, where's that alarm go to? Well, now it goes to the real-time crime center. So they can start researching, seeing where that car is, where its direction's at. So the officer doesn't have to look that stuff up. The real-time can just jump on and say, hey, unit, 720, that vehicle's a quarter mile from you heading in your direction. And then it can send that picture right to your car. So this is
a super cool idea.
Right. And then you start getting into city cameras. So now we're not just talking about an LPR system. Now you've got city cameras with pan, tilt, zoom that are watching public areas like my entertainment district. Now we get a shooting. King 720 got shots fired over here. Da, 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 da. And they real time will jump on. They'll start looking at the cameras if they're not already looking, because usually on the weekends when it's really busy, they're already helping, watching the area. Real time, I need you to tap into my camera. Boom. They tap into my body camera so they can watch live stream and help me be a second set of eyes, because I can't look everywhere at once. And then they can get on. Hey, we backtracked the cameras. Your shooter's wearing a red shirt, black pants, currently running southbound from your location. And cool. Hey, units 5, 10, 15, and 13, you guys are he's running your direction. Set up a perimeter, because guess what? Real time can see your vehicle, they can see your radio, and they can see your body camera. So now they're watching a map, and they can set up a perimeter for you that the supervisor no longer has to worry about. So they are supplementing what we're doing there on the street, and they can live stream everybody's body camera. So if those officers are alone, that is when you want them to tap into those body cameras. So now they're looking at that, they're seeing a mapping system, and they're able to communicate. That's one newer aspect of what we can do with that. Now, the next thing that you have is the ability we've got a shooting where there's actual crime that has occurred. We've witnessed it. Now we qualify, at least in the state of Texas, to maybe start doing facial rec. So you've got now I'm very big checks and balances. I don't like Big Brother. I swore oath to the Constitution. So my job is to make sure that we don't overstep as well.
Right.
our requirements to use facial recognition are amazing because the checks and balances. It makes sure we don't overstep, has to have a case number associated with it, has to be in real time. Otherwise, if it's a post investigation, it goes to a third party that is not law enforcement, it's the civilian side, and then they will do facial rec. That way it's controlled. So you're not looking up your ex-girlfriend's new boyfriend or any of that crap, right? Trying to figure out who he is. So we have that ability. In that, we also have the ability we're trying to regionalize. What does that mean? Now at our real-time crime center, it isn't just our department. Now it's all the surrounding agencies. They are sending a man to work in our real-time crime center. So when it comes to communication between cities, anything that borders our city, we've got a real-time crime person there with us in the office. So if we have a bad guy that's fleeing from our city to theirs, they're like, hey, Frank, he's coming your way. Who knows their city better than them?
Yeah.
Cool. It isn't, hey, dispatch, we got a stolen car. It's about to go into X city. Can you get them on the radio and let them know that it's coming? That takes forever. But now we'll have a direct link.
Yeah, that's
We've
slick.
just opened up the communication channel. It's not this drinking through a garden hose. It's a fire hose of information that's going through, and it's in real time.
Yeah.
And we just had an incident where we had a road rage person shoot at a car. 50-something minutes later, he went into the next city. That real-time operator from that city was in our real-time crime center because of the regionalization that we're trying to do. And he was able to communicate to his guys, have them in the area, and the guy came right to him, and they caught that guy.
Wow.
How often do we ever catch these road rage shooters?
Right.
You know, within an hour.
Yeah.
Like, if you catch them at all.
Super cool idea.
Yeah, it's amazing. So
Yeah.
it's groundbreaking stuff. And I've got ideas to make it even better. I want to create a field team because we end up finding more crimes than we can even dispatch people to.
Yeah.
So that's the amazing part, because you'll have a city camera that's watching intersection. Well, guess what's across from the intersection? A food store that has dope dealers, and it's a chronic violent crime area problem. Right. Well, we'll see them making hand-to-hands. We'll see guns being transferred. We'll see shootings occur, all because we're using a camera in a public area. So now, if you don't have officers available, you're basically watching felonies occur and you can't do jack about it.
Right.
So what I want to do is have a team that's dedicated to the real-time crime center so they can go out and handle that stuff. Just float around the city and basically a scalpel.
Yeah.
And do it intelligently. So they could have undercover cars. They could go up, see what they can observe in the area. If we're like, okay, they're dealing over here. So they can be watching from a distance, or watching from the cameras, whatever it is. Okay, they're getting into this car. Okay, the UC follows them off. We don't knock them down right there and make the area go cold and risk a possible, violent encounter. We have the UCs follow them off, knock them down a few miles down the road, and now they never are the wiser. They think they're getting pulled over for a basic traffic incident. And you knock them down over there and get them out of the car because you already know everything.